Hey, church family, I'm going to be bringing you the Recap Monday encouragement for today. And the reminder, and here's a simple reminder of the big idea yesterday was Jesus washed Judas's feet too. You know, it was an awesome message. It spoke to me deeply, especially in the time that we are facing today. But man, is it hard to wrap my heart around it. Because it's hard, right? Trying to love the unlovable, trying to love the ones that are totally at odds with you, that's hard. But Jesus gives us an awesome example of how to do it. And the example is not a suggestion, it's a command. He's telling us, this is what you do when you know somebody's against you, when somebody's at odds with you. And he even clearly shows it that he knew that Judas was against him, but he still washed his feet. But if we think about it, if we look at the total picture of John chapter 13 of the washing of the feet, did you know Jesus had to wash also the disciples' feet? These same disciples that betrayed him and ditched him when he got arrested and had to find them going back fishing after he rose again, cooks them lunch on the shore, tells them to throw the net on the other side. And when they took it up, they had a bunch of fish. This same Jesus that says, do you still love me? And still wanted to hang out with them. So what I want to do today is this, that Jesus not only washed Judas's feet, he also washed the disciples' feet. And I see a big example in this, in what I want to share with you today is this. Because yes, it's hard to wash people's feet or love them when they're at total odds against you. But how about when we are at odds with one another? How do we wash each other's feet? And that's what I want to do today. Because sometimes we get into arguments and sometimes we kind of get mad at each other, and sometimes our relationship is not the same than when we first started. So I want to do that today. I want to share with us how to wash not only each other's feet, but also the feet of others that we know that's against us. Let's go in Romans chapter 12, verses 9. And it says here, let love be genuine, not half-hearted, not halfway, not fake. You see, I hear a lot in the family of God is when we have arguments, sometimes our relationship is not as tight as it should be, and we kind of feel like, okay, you know what? I can love you from afar over there, but not as close as we used to be. But that's not what this passage said. That's not what this verse says. It says to love with a genuine heart. Love them like before and even more so. We can't love from afar. We can't put conditions on the love that we have for one another. We're brothers and sisters in Christ. We're part of the family of God. It has to be genuine. And it says this, abhor what is evil, hold fast to what is good, love one another with brotherly affection. Even though we're not blood related, we have to act like that. And it says outdo. This is the challenge that when I read this is the challenge for me. It says outdo one another in showing honor. If that brother or sister you're at odds with is not willing to move an inch towards you, this passage says we have to outdo them. We have to go hit 100. In other words, it's not to show them that, I'm better than you. It's to show them that you serve Jesus and you want to honor him and you want to be obedient to him. No matter if they don't want to step closer to you. And then it says this, do not be slothful in zeal, be fervent in spirit, serve the Lord. This is an act of service, the way that Jesus did to the disciples and to Judas. Rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, be constant in prayer. Prayer changes our heart and it kind of causes us to confess some of the things that we feel like, I can't wash my brother's feet. But Jesus, when we get into prayer, God is saying, son, daughter, that's my heart for you to do. And it starts to change our heart. Contribute, in verse 13, contribute to the needs of the saints and seek to show hospitality. We have to look for it. We have to go after it. And that's how we wash each other's feet. And one of the awesome things is in the family of God, God desires oneness and unity, no matter what our ideals are. Now let's go move to how do we wash those people that are at odds with, or how do we love them? In Romans chapter 13, verses 8, it says this: owe no one anything except to love each other. Period. No argument. No matter if they're at odds with you, no matter what they have done with you, it says owe them nothing. They don't owe you nothing except to love each other. For one who loves another has fulfilled the law. What law? Jesus' law, his law of love. For the commandments: you shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not covet, and any other commandments are summed up in this word: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. You know what it's saying in this part? All the things that we have to do towards people. You know, where it says that don't murder, don't steal, don't want their property, don't, any of the commandments that we can act out on. It says no. It says here, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no wrong to a neighbor, therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. So what is Jesus displaying to us in John chapter 13? We wash people's feet, even if they're at odds with us. And we can't do it out of our own strength. We have to do it through Christ, because he's the only one that can change our heart towards people that are at odds with us. If he's the example, we need to follow it. So church family, let's do our best to put that rag over our shoulder, carry that bucket around, and be ready in Christ's name to wash people's feet. Not only the people that are against us, but also the people in the family of Jesus. So have a great week, guys, and let's wash some feet.